Pleased to be joined by a prospect of the San Jose Sharks. He is Spokane Chiefs netminder Mason Beaupit. Mason, let's turn it back to draft day. Why don't we? Let's start with day 2, July 8th. You hear your name called by the San Jose Sharks. Take me through the day. Take me through the moment. Who were you with? How exciting was it? Just recap, if you would, your memories of draft day and being selected by San Jose.
Yeah, it was a very extremely special day for my family and I was very lucky and fortunate to have my whole family with me, and my uncles and aunts there as well, and my grandparents there, and it was awesome for my whole family to be there. And then it was a pretty crazy day. I mean, even I got this one memory of just like right before I left, kind of being all done up in my suit and just looking at the mirror and being like today's the day. Like I've been waiting for this my entire life. Like, crazy to think that, a couple of years ago I was playing house league hockey, and now I'm at the NHL Draft. So it was pretty crazy. And then, I mean, at the draft, obviously pretty nerve-wracking time, but also a lot of excitement. And to hear my name called by such a great organization with the San Jose Sharks, I was over the moon, and I know my family and I are over the moon to be Sharks, and it was just an amazing day. There's no other words to describe it.
Take me through that, meteoric, for lack of a better term, rise. You said it 2 years ago, you're playing house hockey. Now you're a prospect of the San Jose Sharks. I mean, I look back at that shortened season that you guys all battled through, and it seemed to me like that might have been a time for, a lot of guys like yourself, even, guys on your team as well, like a Graham Sword, to really be able to kind of find a foothold in the WHL and kind of, help along your development. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would. And I mean, it was really good to kind of, it being a shortened season, obviously it was tough being in the bubble and not being able to see any friends or family, or really being able to go out too much. But I mean, it was awesome to, be with my teammates the whole time. And we were a pretty tight knit team. And, like you said, kind of getting that foothold was really good. And I mean, my goalie partners that I had that year with Campbell Arnold and Manny Pangley were awesome. We're very tight knit goalies, and we pushed each other to be the best we could, and it was just a very fun time. And no, it was good. It was good to get my foot in there, and being in the U.S. division, getting to play Everett, Portland, and Seattle the bunch of times was a lot of fun. And they're really good teams, and those are the games you get up for. So it was a lot of fun.
Take me back to the present now. You're a member of the Sharks organization. You kind of get your introduction to that team pretty quickly, didn't you? You head down to California to take part in a development camp in July. The first of a couple of pretty interesting, pretty important camp experiences for you over the course of this summer. Take me through what it was like to have that kind of an introduction to the Sharks organization.
Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, everything down there is first class. There's no other way to describe it. And I mean, all the guys down there were amazing, from the players to the staff to the upper management. They were all amazing. And it was so much fun to go down there, and having Evgeny Nabokov as the goalie coach down there, a guy who has so much wisdom in the game of hockey, was absolutely amazing. And even just to pick his brain about stuff and what he's seeing in my game and where they kind of want to see my game go. It was an awesome experience. And, it was a lot of fun to play against those high level players. And I'm excited to get the next few camps going. And no, it was awesome.
Speaking of high level players, you got the invite to come here to Calgary as well and be in the Team Canada camp here ahead of the 2023 World Juniors. And those are, speaking the 2022 events going on right now. But what was that experience like for you to, see some of your peers, some of the guys around the league, and you might oppose normally, and kind of taking in that experience as campmates with them?
It was great. I mean, it was my first time getting the honor to, wear the maple leaf. And on the ice, I'm sure I have a few foes out there, but, off the ice, we're all pretty good. And, all those guys are great guys. So it's easy to get along with them. And we all kind of hang out, and it was an amazing experience. And I know for me and my family, to get that recognition, to be able to go to it was amazing. I mean, I when I told my family and when I told my dad and my mom, and everyone was just kind of going crazy because you got the NHL draft that happened, and that's one goal. And then to get invited to the Canadian World Junior Tryouts, I mean, those are two pretty big goals that I was able to hit. And I hope I can get an invite to the World Juniors in Halifax here. And but just even to get an invite to the camp was amazing.
Tell me about the Spokane Chiefs, because you guys, you were a group that you parted ways with a pretty high profile player in Luke Toporowski at the deadline, and the coaching change. And, you get a guy like Ryan Smith who comes in. Now you've got a new general manager in Matt Bardsley, who's kind of had success in a couple of different markets in our league. You guys battled down the stretch and made the playoffs. And now I get the sense in Spokane that there's a real sense of excitement about kind of this new identity that the Chiefs are going to have. I mean, you guys are a young group, let's make no mistake about it, but tell me a little bit about, what Ryan has brought to your team from behind the bench, and just what the excitement level is like for you guys ahead of, training camp here in the next few weeks.
Yeah, we're as a whole group very excited to get down there. I know guys are already planning to get down there and get some skates in before camp gets going. But no, it was to get Smitty behind the bench. I mean, we loved him as our assistant coach, and he was an amazing head coach for that last little bit there. But no, he's a perfect fit for our team. And like you said, we are a younger team, but we're hungry, and we got into playoffs last year, and this year we're gonna be there to play. And obviously myself, now being an older guy in the league, I want to win, and I know the other guys on my team want to win too, and we're going to do what it takes to get to that spot.
When you look at some of the work, I know you've been busy doing camps and instructing at hockey schools over the course of this summer, but when you look at some of the, the work that you've been putting in as far as the off season is concerned, Mason, what are some of the things, and maybe even in your conversations with Evgeny Nabokov, just about some of the little subtleties in your game that you've kind of picked up and have started to work on ahead of, another big year for you ahead this fall?
Being a bigger guy, I need to kind of keep that strength up. So I've been working a lot on keeping my strength and improving that aspect, and really strengthening my legs and my core, as well as keeping that flexibility, because you want to be very strong, but you also need to have that flexibility as a goalie. And that's kind of more the off ice side of it. On the ice, just keeping everything compact and simple. I think my whole game is playing simple, and when I do that, I can execute very well at being able to keep my team in games and give us a good chance to win. And I think when I'm playing my best, and we got my team playing our best, we can beat absolutely anybody in the league. And so we're very excited for this upcoming season. And it's just kind of keeping everything simple and trying to improve my strength.